Hello everyone, this is Julie with Craft with Julie and I am back with another video. I know it's been just a minute since I've posted a video, but I have been off traveling. First we took a little stop over to San Francisco for my son to get engaged. I will insert a photo so you can see that. And then the next weekend we were off to Arizona to witness my niece getting married. So it was a very crazy few weeks, but I'm happy to be back and back to scrapbooking. So today we're going to work on the scrapbooking workshop from Stampin' Up. It's called Lovely Florals. We have done work layout number 1 and layout number 2. If you missed those, you can go back and check them out. I'll put the playlist right here up in the corner of this video. And a few of you mentioned that you liked that I showed you how it was supposed to look and then show you how I changed the page. So I actually have the page laid out and I'm going to show you, but first I want to just talk about the workshop kit. They come with all the supplies, the paper, the cardstock, the punch outs, and stickers to create 3 layouts. Also, it has this little booklet with instructions on how to cut the papers. This one is a little bit different. It has a cut apart sheet, which is kind of fun. And then it gives you detailed instructions on how to put your pages together. So you can do them just as is, or if you're like me, you can change them up to what you need them to be. So we are going to work on this one today. This is, oh, there's the sticker sheet. Let me put that off to the side, and so you can kind of see how this one is supposed to go. So I laid everything out just as they instructed. I'm actually going to be scrapbooking Halloween photos, if you can believe it or not. I've printed out a few Halloween photos of the kiddos from last year, and I love this colors in his shirt. They were Wreck-It Ralph and, oh goodness, I don't remember the girl's name. Anyway, the Wreck-It Ralph and the candy girl for Halloween, and I thought the colors in his shirt and also her hoodie worked really well with these colors. And I had an extra spot, so I cut out a photo of, I printed out a photo of one of the kids' candy hauls, and I'm going to use this for Halloween. So you might think, well, this is very flowery, but I looked through my stash and I found some things that I can add that I think will be really cute for to make this more Halloween. So I have this stamp set or die set. It's a stamp and die set. There we go. It's the Eerie-sistible from Close to My Heart. So this was deep in my stash, and I love this spider web and maybe some of these little stamps I can use on there. And then also I pulled out, this is supposed to go somewhere, the Shimmer Star Foam stickers, and they kind of go with the Halloween theme. They were kind of listed with our Halloween paper, and they are just glittery and fun, and they have that purple and white, and I can definitely use those to make this more of a Halloween page. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I did with this kit is I actually flipped over the pages to see what my options were on the other side. And looky, there's this gorgeous purple that I'm going to use instead of the pink. And there's this one down here. It's also that purple, which is more Halloween friendly, I guess, if you want to say that. And then I'm going to grab my photos and put them in their spots. So we have, oh, I have 2 4x6s. Okay, so I'm going to put our bumblebee right there with his stash of candy. And I might actually back these with white. So we'll just hold it like that for just a second to see. I'm going to take out this floral. Because I don't want too much floral on this page, because I am trying to make it more Halloween-y. Okay, and then we have these photos, which of Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope. I remember Vanellope. Okay, I'll have to ask them what they're going to be this year. So we could do it the lighter side. That might help bring, oh, let's do that. Flipping it over to the lighter side will help bring out those photos a little bit more. Maybe I'll do the same for this side, so they're not so dark. And then I won't necessarily need the white behind it. So make sure you know, when you're messing around with things, you can flip them from one side to the other. The pattern paper has two sides usually. And just see what you have to work with, really. So I'm going to add this one over here. And I think I will go ahead and oh, my lights just went off. Okay, my power just came back. How is that for in the middle of a video? So, well, the power was out. I actually grabbed some of this purple that matches this collection. I just grabbed it from my bag of extras. So when I cut a kit, I grab all of the extra cardstock and paper, and I put it in a baggie, so then I can grab from it if I want to change things up. And then I put extra on it, so I know it is extra pieces that I can pull from. Oh, that kind of like, the power outage kind of flustered me. So here we are. All right. So I cut this at 1 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then I'm going to put the 4 1/4 or the 4 by 6 photo mat. Those also come with the kit, but I'm going to use it as a mat. And they are a little bit thinner, so it helps keep the bulk down on your pages. And then I'm going to put these cute little kiddos on top of that, so it's kind of more framed. Okay, so let's go ahead and add these photos. And then we'll see where we're at. So we have this cute like peach color. And these are all cut to that 3, or these are all 3 by 3 photos. So I might just kind of play around with these, maybe put this one in the center, and then have these off to the side. Okay, and we still have our little flower. I am going to use a different title, so I'll go ahead and take that one out. We do have this cute heart we could still probably use, and we have this white heart. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that as is for now. And then over here we have our transformer. It's fun. They're already deciding what they want to be for Halloween this year, even though they're too old. Well, I guess they're not too old to go trick-or-treating, but they're getting there. So hopefully, I think these two are going to do a party. This one might still go trick-or-treating. I'm not exactly sure, but okay. All right, so we have this. I do like this little area for the journaling, so I'm going to keep that, but I think I want to change up this piece right here so there's not so much peach. So what we did with these strips is that we just pulled it towards us to expose that white core, and that's how you get that look. So let's grab, you know what, let's grab more of, let's see if I have more of that purple in my stash, which I think I don't, but I do have the pattern that matches. So I'm going to use that instead of the cardstock. Scooch these over. Trying to make things so everything doesn't like fall off. Oh, I need a bigger desk. Okay, so we have this one that's going to be down here. Then we have this blue. It's so pretty. And then this one, I tore on both sides, so you have the white on both. And then this one I can just tear. Actually, I'm going to start over there. Trying to think. I tear it this way. Yes. I'm going to do it backwards, so then I don't have too much left over. I have some that I can use somewhere else. Okay, so we still have that. And we can just scooch that underneath there. And so we have the purple there, the purple there. And I might actually, let's see, down here, remove these, add some of that purple down here as well. Let's try it. Let's see how it goes. So if I do it towards me, and I'm not doing it perfect, I'm just kind of pulling it as it goes. I know a lot of you cute ladies like things to be a little bit more on the perfect side, but you can just, maybe I will line it up with the other purple one on that side. Okay. All right, so we have our photos. We can still add in our flowers if we would like. Look how cute. But I also wanted to bring in, let me stick those under, and then this one back down here. And this one goes over here with the candy. Okay, I also wanted to bring in more like Halloween type themes. So I showed you earlier that thin cut, that's from Close to My Heart. And I thought I could cut it out of white glitter paper, which is also from Close to My Heart, and maybe just add some of them up here, or, oh, this is so hard to, like right over that, maybe down here. This has that big flower like poking out of the flower area maybe. And I do have these little ghosts that I cut in. I actually stamped it in Secret Sea, which is a dark blue, so it would kind of match with this blue because I don't have this ink color. I think I'm actually going to maybe still add the blue in, but have a little ghosty peeking out. Okay, so I'm going to mess around with that and then lay some of it down, and then I will come back and finish it up. Okay, I like where this is going, so I'm just going to show you some of the little things I'm adding. So I'm putting a spider web right there. This is actually a sticker that was on this side. I'm going to kind of just scooch it under there as kind of an anchor for a little cluster. And I'm going to add a little pop dot to this ghost. Again, this was from a Close to My Heart stamp set. I will put a list of all the supplies I used in the description of the video, including the Close to My Heart items. So if you have them, you can create this page too. So, and then I'm going to add just this white heart. I think that looks cute. And then I'm adding their photo to the center. So again, this, I changed this from a 3x4 to a 4x6. And then I have my accent photos that are going to go on either side. Right there, he's trying to look mean. And add this one over here. I could even go underneath if I wanted to, because there's a lot of house that I don't need to show. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll scooch this one underneath too, if I can get it off. Hold on. All right, because there's not a whole lot of, you don't need to see all of that porch. If you can see in this photo, there is our skeleton that we need to get him out. We came home from vacation and the neighbors had their skeletons out. So I'm like, uh-oh, we're behind. We've got to get these out too. And our skeleton actually has a cat toy, and then we have 2 cats down below. So it's kind of a fun tradition our neighborhood does. Quite a few of us have a bunch of skeletons, and we just put them out in our yards. And I thought it'd be fun for us to have the kitties to represent our cats. And oh, and another neighbor has the dog. So I mean, we've got like a whole zoo of skeletons going on. So I am going to add this flower here because I like how the purple still matches, the green still matches. I did decide to take out all of the blue leaves though. I did decide against that. They were just a little too harsh of blue. And then I cut, or I stamped the Happy Halloween out of that same stamp set, and I'm going to pop dot it. And I use Cajun Craze because that's the color that's featured in this collection, and it was actually pretty close to what was already there. So I didn't even have to think about it. I knew that it would match and I would go with this collection. So I'm going to just stick it under there. We have our little heart. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that one. We have another little ghost. Okay, so on this side, again, I'm going to just glue on this spider web that I cut from white glitter paper that I had left over from Close to My Heart. I did look online to see if Stampin' Up! Had something similar, and I didn't see it as of doing this video, so we might have something similar now. I'm not sure, but if we do, I'll put it in the description. So I'm going to put this floral arrangement right on top of that, just to kind of hide it a little bit, but not, and still have that element of Halloween poking out like that. And then the same up here, going to take our, there's my glue. I'm actually just doing a little glob of glue and then kind of going from the edges, not doing every single edge, just so it will stay, but I don't need to do a whole ton. And I'm going to just scooch that under there. And we'll add this floral. Oh, maybe I need more glue. It's not, oh goodness. Good thing it dries clear, right? Let's add a little bit more there. See if we can get it underneath this photo. There we go. Line it up kind of where it already was, so the glue's not too much. And then I will hold that while I add this flower right underneath there. Okay, we have this little guy. I want to add him. I'll pop him up. This little ghost. Okay. So it's definitely not like a traditional Halloween layout, but I think it works, especially with the outfits that the kids are wearing. And let's see, I have this white one I just want to use, but I'm not sure. So it feels like it works with what the kids are wearing and kind of the fall theme. Just by taking out some of these blue florals, you can definitely change the vibe. And then, as I mentioned in the beginning, I had these glitter stickers or shimmer star foam stickers that were kind of in with our like our Halloween, when we had our Halloween paper. It matches that. So I'm going to go ahead and add a few of these around. I don't know if I want to use black because we don't really have black. The purple could work and the white. So I'm going to add a couple up here next to this heart. And then maybe a small one over here. Okay, and then I'm going to add some purple ones down here just to accent this flower area. And Happy Halloween is like crooked and it's driving me bonkers. Okay, let's go to this side. And we could use the white or the purple, I think, on this orange. I think I'll do a couple white right here by the ghost. And then maybe some purple ones up here by the flowers. And let's see, maybe another couple, maybe right here down here by this floral collection. Okay, so I have taken the lovely, now I gotta remember the name, I'm so bad, the Lovely Florals scrapbook workshop and changed it from more of a fall theme to a Halloween theme. So I hope you enjoyed my twist on this kit. If you liked how I switched this up, I would love a thumbs up. Maybe leave me a comment. Maybe actually tell me what your kids are going to be this year to help me get some ideas for costumes for my kids. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.